email that one.
I know, right? Okay.
Okay. So I did the first set of the DSAs, and I just did a second set, and I have them grouped.
Okay. Okay. So tell me how you group these kids real quick.
So my pink, they are working on some of these strategies, like the R control
the syllable
valves.
juncture.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, the R control. Mm-hmm.
Now they're working with this with me, strictly all guided, because their score is pretty low. My yellow group, they're doing a lot of stuff. I check in with them on like Mondays, and then the rest of the week they go and they do stuff.
Okay.
When they come to me on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're making words.
Okay.
To help move, and clearly we're making progress. And so then I have,
based on your previous DSA,
right? Like when you're comparing them side by side, the scores are going
from a couple
up.
months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then I have 2 kids who are at a frustration level. Those kids are ECE, and they're getting pull-out services from another teacher.
Okay.
So the problem I have now is we're here, we're making words, we're making progress. They are tired of making words. I am tired of making words. And I'm looking for another resource to use for that group.
Okay, so let's revisit then, because this book had a lot of strategies. Mm-hmm. It's clear that you're able to analyze that and determine that they need either, I guess, R controlled.
The R controlled and the other
long vowels.
Common long vowels.
Okay, so let's go back then, like we did in the fall, and look at this matrix. So we have some R-controlled strategies and some long vowel pattern strategies. And based on this matrix, like this particular strategy will actually fit both.
Okay.
So we could get more bang for our buck with that.
Okay.
If you want to try and look at that one. Okay, so it's called Phonics Fish. It's letters. Okay, Phonics Fish. And then, okay, so basically it's like Go Fish, the childhood game, of course. And so we would have to make some cards depending on what pattern you wanted to study. Okay. If you're doing the long vowel pattern like OA, for example, we could make some short O sounds and some long O sound cards with pictures that match. So like you could have a card that says like BOT bot and have a picture of a robot.
Okay.
And then you could have BOAT boat and a picture of a boat. So it would be Go Fish, matching words with pictures.
So is it okay to start with these 2 vowels together, or should I do the CVC?
I think based on like other resources that we can utilize, like for long vowel patterns, the like Words Their Way does a nice job. Let's see. Oh, it was on the O page anyway. Of using, when you're comparing long and short vowels, it stays within the same letter.
Okay.
So it compares long O to short O. Whereas when they were just learning short vowels, you compared like long A or short A to short O, right? But when you start studying the long vowel pieces, you're going from short to long within the same letter.
Okay.
Okay. So when, like the example we gave with dog and boat here, or bot and boat, you can use the same vowel, but change the pattern so that they can compare.
So they make the different sounds.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So that can be one of those. Now, if we did this strategy, the matrix also showed that it worked well with R-controlled vowels. So we could make a whole bunch of cards.
I was going to say, yeah. So we have R-controlled and the long vowel patterns. Like the stress syllable.
What we might think about doing is just looking at like some sorts, some letter sorts, because that's going to help us choose which long vowel patterns the children need as well. Because as you're watching them and observing them and like just formatively assessing how they're sorting these, you can determine, oh, they have the OA, but they don't have long, like...
So they might have OA and not have OW.
For row, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And so then you can arrange your, like, Phonics Fish cards to match
make
those.
the cards suitable to fit their needs.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So, all right, so I have one last question.
Sure.
you said that you came back and we did this DSA. You did the DSA again. Can you explain to me why you made that instructional decision to assess them again?
Okay. So,
Okay. So in the fall, let me see if I still have. I think it's okay. So in the fall, you had these. This was your assessment data for the DSA, and you said you did making words.
yes.
Because that was a strategy that we looked up and
Right.
did. And earlier you said something to the effect of that I'm tired of making words.
Yes.
So that's a reason to get a new strategy out.
Well, they're not engaged.
Okay. Okay.
The engagement, like they're bored.
The routine of it is just, it's a routine. Okay, so, but then before we even decide on making words or go fish or whatever, why did you decide to assess them again?
Oh, to look for the growth.
Okay.
So I'm looking for growth every 2 months.
Okay.
Because when we're in these and I see that they're catching on and they're getting bored and then they're not engaged, they're not following. So
Yeah.
then I reassess to see, okay, do we have new needs that I need to find? And so they've mastered the skills that, clearly they needed in September. So now that we're in January, I'm reassessing them to find out what I need to focus on now so that they can keep going forward.
Okay.
And keep growing.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That is a perfect reason to reassess. Very good. Okay, so you said that you wanted to show growth and you knew they had new needs and wanted to pinpoint.
Yes.
Exactly.
Exactly where they were so that I could group them appropriately so that each group could focus on what they needed.
That's wonderful. Thanks.
Okay, no problem.
We're done.